classic. It's something I dreamed of from a really long time, and to have won it anywhere would have been special, even if it was 1,000 miles away. But right here at home for myself, home for you, and home for Lithium Pros, man, what a great win it was.
Yeah, it was. And it was so nice to be here and then just think back on the backstory of how you and I got here. You remember starting to work together?
Absolutely.
I mean, we actually developed the battery for an industrial application.
Okay.
And my dad was the one that said, hey, you ought to sell this to anglers.
Yeah.
And there's one that lives right by us.
Yeah.
This Ott Defoe guy, he's
Yeah.
pretty close to the shop. That's
Yeah.
how we called you. And you and I went to the river. You reminded me we had that little battery. I'd forgotten about the little battery we tested with.
Yeah.
But what did you think of that? It was a little Group 34, 20-pound, 36-volt battery. What did you think of that?
I thought you were crazy when you told me that it would run the trolling motor, and you're like, let's take these batteries out. And I'll say that I was nervous to take out 3 lead acid batteries and to put in one little bitty small 20-pound battery and believe that it was actually going to run my trolling motor. But not only did it work for a little bit, it worked for 3 or 4 hours, and out there in really heavy current, running at really high speeds, and to see that, yes, not only did it perform, but it also performed exactly the way you said it would, that it ran very level, you know, had a really high state of charge all the way nearly to the end. It dropped just a little bit, then the battery shut off. But to understand how lithium works and to see it firsthand and then to get confidence in it, that was a big deal for me early on.
And as I look at the boat too, I can see over time the amount of electrical needs on the boat is getting more and more intense.
Absolutely.
You know, the trolling motors are consuming more power, and I think that's going to go up as time goes on.
The graphs.
Certainly, I've watched the graphs change. Wow, the graphs have changed.
Yeah.
And that's a lot more power.
Yeah.
And we went back and developed the product we sell today, that 40 amp hour, 36 volt battery that so many people run.
That's right.
It's the one battery you need. That's our tagline.
You know, this Classic was definitely a special one for me. From that first meeting that we had and me being the first angler to be running Lithium Pro batteries to this Classic right here in Knoxville. And how many guys?
We had about 30 guys. We had about 30 boats out there. There's some boats out there that had Lithium Pros. We didn't even realize had Lithium Pros. But yeah, it was, from our count, it was about 30 boats out of the 52.
Out of 52.
And I think about the history on that too. There's another interesting story. You know, you and I were working together at that first Classic, and your first Classic in 2012. I was working in the Expo.
Okay, yeah.
And in the Expo, 9 out of 10 people were like, that's crazy, that's ridiculous, no one's ever gonna buy this product, what are you're nuts. And now, here we are at the Knoxville Classic, you're winning the Classic, but inside the Expo, we've got angler after angler that's coming by saying, had the batteries for years, love them, amazing, would never consider going back.
Absolutely.
And how about you? Would you want to go back to lead acid batteries at this point?
No, not at all. Not a chance. And that's the beautiful part of this win is it's not just a win for myself and my family, but also for my sponsors as well. But there's absolutely no way I could possibly go back. The kind of power and what I demand out of my boat, out of my batteries, Lithium Pros are the only one that'll provide it.
Awesome. Well, Ott, congratulations again.
Thank you,
so proud to be working with you.
Yes, sir.
And look forward to years to come.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.